Hello and welcome to Spectrum TV News at 2. I am Francis Edit, coming to you live from Uyo, the capital city of Akwa Ibom State. Let's take a look at the headlines. President Bola Tinubu addresses Nigerians on June 12th. Top Media and Associates hold 10th anniversary Thanksgiving of Planet 101.1 FM. Plus, thousands reportedly evacuate northeast Philippines as volcano oozes lava. We will bring you details of these stories and more in a moment. Many thanks for joining us. We begin the news this afternoon with Nigeria's leader, President Bola Tinubu, who has addressed Nigerians on the occasion of the 2023 Democracy Day today. Addressing Nigerians, President Tinubu said the heroes of democracy pay the supreme price for the gains enjoyed in the country currently. Tinubu said the 2023 general elections showed that democracy is well alive in Nigeria. According to him, the beauty of democracy is that winners today can lose tomorrow, and losers today can win elections tomorrow.
Decisive victory of Chief MKO Abiola of the defunct Social Democratic Party in the June 12, 1993 presidential election. Up to that time, the fairest and the freest election in the country's political evolution turned out, ironically, to be the seed that germinated into the prolonged struggle that gave birth to the democracy we currently enjoy, are disenchanted and disappointed. But the beauty of democracy is that those who win today can lose tomorrow, and those who lose today will have an opportunity to compete and win in the next rounds of elections. Those who cannot endure and accept the pains of defeat in elections do not deserve the joy of victory when it is their turn to triumph. Above all, those who disagree with the outcome of the elections are taking full advantage of the constitutional provisions to seek redress in court.
And while President Tinubu says court orders issued to truncate Nigeria's democracy will no longer be tolerated, he said these on the occasion of the 2023 Democracy Day today. According to him, politicians have obtained court orders to turn the electoral victories of opponents and occupy offices, noting that illegal orders will not be condoned. The president, while noting that Democracy Day is celebrated yearly on June 12 in honor of the winner of the June 12, 1993 presidential election, late Moshood Kashimowo Olawale MKO Abiola, and other heroes of democracy, said the recent harmonization of the retirement age for judicial officers is meant to strengthen the rule of law. In a related development, the National Democratic Coalition Renewal Group, NADECO RG, has said that President Bola Tinubu's inauguration on May 29 has set Nigeria firmly on the path of meaningful recovery, rehabilitation, and progress. NADECO RG National Leader Atilade Adeyo who said things had been moving in the direction of restoration of hope since the new president assumed office, said Tinubu and the winner of the June 12, 1993 election, late Moshood Abiola, had several traits and as well the vision of restoring the country's prosperity and rehabilitation in common. An article RG, which described June 12 as a significant day in Nigeria, said on the occasion of 2023 Democracy Day, Tinubu's achievement as Lagos State Governor alongside his team of technocrats will ensure a great development of the country. Back here, Tav Media and Associates, owners of Planet FM, Thanks You FM and Spectrum Television, yesterday celebrated its 10th Thanksgiving anniversary of Planet 101.1 FM Uyo at Destiny Mission Global Assembly in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State Capital. Our correspondent, Esther Otoyo, has the details.
Individual takes speaking at the church service. The guest minister, Professor Ashung, urged Christians to know that it is impossible to please God except through faith, noting that life of possibility comes only when an individual takes God seriously.
Your possibilities begin with what you believe. Do you believe that God deserves your worship? That's where the worship really begins. I'm coming because I believe he deserves it. I'm giving it to him because I know this is his due.
The chairman, Taft Media and Associate, Tony Afia, in an interview, thanked God for 10 years of success story of Planet FM. He encouraged the public to obtain electricity license from the state government so everyone can contribute to the development of the state by providing electricity to some needed areas in the state.
First of all, today, I know it's not been easy to be here for 10 years. Particularly, most of you know about our road, and that road is still there. President Bola Tinubu has assented to the electricity bill passed in July 2022. It was passed during the Buhari regime. It did not sign into law, seeking to repeal the Electricity and Power Sector Reform Act of 2005. It becomes the Electricity Act of 2023. The Electricity Act now consolidates all legislative dealings with the electricity supply industry to provide an omnibus and ideal institutional framework to guide the post-privatization phase of the Nigerian electricity supply. It's called NESI, and encourage private sector investment in that sector.
Also, the general manager of Taft Media and Associates Sunday edits, the head of Spectrum Television, Oruwese Olusegun, and other staff expressed appreciation to God for the sustainability of Planet FM and shared their experience.
And from the very onset, brought us to being the envy of the competition. The experience has been wonderful. We've had all this classic kind of staff and personnel that has taken us to where we are today.
I want to tell you that the short time that I've gotten to experience Taft Media owners of Planet being the oldest asset, it's been wonderful.
I'm really grateful to God for taking us this far. With everything happening, we've had to re-strategize, but we have ensured that we keep showing up.
We've had our own fair share of challenges. We've had our ups, we've had our downs. But rising from here, we're asking God for more strength for us to move forward, deliver the dividends of broadcasting to the people. It's been a wonderful celebration. I must say thank you to the chairman of Taft Media Group, Tony Afia.
Oh, Planet FM, very interesting. I love the program. I love all the staffs. I love all the representation and everything that is going on. I'm so excited to be among them.
So I want them to inspire others since they were the first indigenous stations in this state. So
Other well-wishers who spoke at the event described Planet 101.1 FM as one of the best and #1 private radio in Uyo. While commenting on the radio programs, they encouraged the media platform to continue to be independent and unbiased in their reportage.
In a nutshell, Planet has placed Akwa Ibom State on the world map because a lot of persons actually didn't know about Akwa Ibom State, but Planet gave us a spotlight.
I know that Planet FM is one of the radio stations that is on ground.
in Akwa Ibom State here. Not only in Akwa Ibom State, I believe they should be going viral in other states. So they have been on ground over the years with mind-blowing programs, fantabulous ones. So I'm not innocent of their presence and good activities here in the state. The Planet FM has to be independent. The Planet FM has been independent over the years, so the continuous independence, giving people the freedom of expression.
High point of the event was Thanksgiving by management and staff of TAF Media Group and musical performance by Reverend Mbaseki Ayomobi. Esther Otoyo reporting for Spectrum Television.
Meanwhile, residents of the Akwa Ibom State capital have called on Nigerian leaders to address the issues surrounding Nigerian economy as Nigerians mark Democracy Day today. Speaking with Spectrum Television, they described democracy as government for the people, calling on the current administration, both at the federal and state level, to ensure that they put in place appropriate measures to reduce the effect of subsidy removal on the masses. They also charged the government to put first the needs of the people before theirs, adding that democracy can only prevail when the people's choices are met.
We have all the capacities that we need to advance as the giant of Africa, but for whatever reason, I don't know why everything is just slowing down. So I think what our leaders should do is to be sincere with themselves and not be selfish. Let them consider the masses. Let them consider, okay, like look at the issue of subsidy removal. It's a nice thing. It's a nice thing out there. In fact, Nigeria has been selling the cheapest of fuel around at least for as far as I can know, around Africa. They are selling the cheapest. But if you want to remove it, what have you put in place to alleviate the sufferings of the people before doing that?
Okay, I just feel that democracy is a government for the people, by the people. So generally, they should allow the people choose who they want to lead them. I didn't say they did not choose this one, no. I'm just saying they should allow people, whoever comes into an office should not be imposed on people. Future, maybe next 4 years election, anytime there's an election, not just in the government, even in primary schools, secondary schools, anywhere there's a selection and election process, it should be democracy. If we are doing anointing and appointment and selection, we will know. But if it is election by the people come out, thousands of people come out, plan their life, some cancel their weddings for elections. Let it count.
For me, democracy is simple: government of the people, by the people, and for the people. So what Tinubu and Umoino, let me start with Umoino. If you listen to his Arise agenda, of which I followed throughout the electioneering process, he actually talked about a revolution in agriculture and other things. So for me, what they should do in this era of modern democracy, first of all, is to create an enabling environment in the state for businesses, small and medium enterprise to excel. There should be that enabling environment in terms of security, in terms of power, road infrastructure, and other infrastructures. Now, in the case of the presidency, that's the federal government, I think Asiwaju Ahmed Tinubu should also follow same. It's not about the audio dividends of democracy. People should be able to see it. It should be visible. It should be.
In the meantime, as this is World Day Against Child Labor celebrated around the globe today with the theme Social Justice, been advised on the negative effect of child labor and the need to invest more in children's academic life. Speaking of Spectrum Television on the need to eliminate child labor, residents of the Akwa Ibom State capital stated that the day served as an important reminder that countless children continue to endure abusive and hazardous working conditions, noting that the day is of utmost significance because it aims at ending child labor across the globe. They called on both the federal and state government to make available more policies that will totally eradicate child labor in the country, as well as parents and caregivers to ensure that their wards obtain basic education to reduce the number of out-of-school children and end child labor.
I think what government need to do in terms of child labor is they should really go to the grassroots, because we only have the issues of child labor awareness in towns and cities. So if the government can come up with an agency that will go down to the grassroots. During campaigns, you see government, they go to every door, nooks and cranny. But when it comes to things like this, they only focus on the elite. So if they can expand their tentacles to go down to the villages to educate them in local dialects, not just in English, explain to them the disadvantage of not having quality education or quality welfare for your children. So you have to just see how you can have that family planning, and we need to increase more health centers for the locals.
Government should make a policy that between the hour of 7 and 12, if you are a child, if you are seen in the street hawking, all right, that child should be picked up. Possibly the parents should be arrested.
We move now to Africa, where a delegation of European leaders has promised over $1 billion of financial assistance to Tunisia as part of a proposed wider agreement encompassing action to tackle immigration. The head of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen, the Prime Ministers of Italy and the Netherlands, Giorgia Meloni and Mark Rutte, have been holding talks with President Kais Saied. Von der Leyen said the EU would provide Tunisia with over $100 million this year for border management, search and rescue, and returning migrants. She stressed that both sides wanted to break what she called the cynical business model of people smugglers. Still in Africa, the United States and Saudi Arabia have condemned the resumption of violence in the Sudanese capital Khartoum, where residents have reported airstrikes and exchanges of artillery fire. In a joint statement, the two countries noted that the Sudanese army and the paramilitary rapid support forces had controlled their forces during a 24-hour ceasefire, and it was deeply disappointing that fighting had resumed. A pro-democracy neighborhood group said shells had landed in people's homes in the south of the capital and now vanished. On the foreign scene, around 13,000 people have reportedly been evacuated in northeast Philippines as the country's most famous volcano, Mayon, continued to ooze lava. Brococol added that the volcano is currently under the third highest warning in a 5-tier system that forecasts the threat of a hazardous or explosive eruption. Reports say Mayon is among the country's most active volcanoes. It has grown restive in recent weeks with more frequent earthquakes and rocks falling from its crater. Still on the foreign scene, former Italian Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi, who was reportedly bounced back from sex scandals and corruption allegations, has died aged 86. Reports say he died at the San Raffaele Hospital in Milan. Recall that in April, he was treated for a lung infection linked to a previously undisclosed case of chronic leukemia. And still to come in the news, Djokovic wins third French Open for record 23rd Grand Slam title. Many thanks for staying with us. We move on to complete the rest of the news stories. In the business news, the Nigerian Association Chambers of Commerce, Industry, Mines and Agriculture, NASIMA, have called on players within the organized private sector to ensure that government functionaries are held accountable for the policies they formulate, especially as it affects the business community. The association's new president, Dele Oye, stated this at an investiture ceremony which took place in Afe Babalola University at Ekiti to swear him in as the 22nd national president of the chamber. Oye charged the organized private sector to strengthen its According to him, under his watch, the association will be prioritizing development efforts at youth development and women empowerment, saying that for Nigeria to change its economic narratives, it must invest in women, youths, and education. Still in business, total taxes and products in the economy rose by 112.02% from 1.43 trillion naira 2019 to 3.03 trillion naira in 2022, coinciding with a value-added tax hike from 5% in 2020 to 7.5% in 2022. This is contained in the National Bureau of Statistics (NBS) Nigerian Gross Domestic Product Report Expenditure and Income Approach for the years under review. The NBS defines net taxes and products as the total taxes payable on products minus any subsidies received for the product. Prior to the implementation of the new VAT administration, new taxes and products total 1.43 trillion naira in 2019. Commenting on the growth of net taxes and products, the NBS said that on a year-on-year basis, net taxes and products grew in real terms by 10.30% in Q3 of 2022 and 11.18% in Q4 of 2022, compared to 6.22% and 67.99% in Q3 and Q4 of 2021. In health, the National Health Insurance Authority (NHIA) has said individuals and groups can have access to health insurance through the group, individual and family social health insurance program that will save them from paying for treatment when their need arises. The coordinator, NHIA Yaba State Office, Rita Chuku, spoke during an event organized for MDAs with the theme Universal Health Coverage, Mitigating the Challenges of Healthcare Service Delivery in Lagos. The event was attended by some workers of MDAs, health practitioners, and enrollees, among others. The event, she noted, was organized to enlighten its enrollees on their benefits package under NHIA and to know their rights. Dr. Hamid Obani of the Standards and Quality Assurance Division of NHIA Yaba State Office, explaining the essence of having health insurance, said, "Naturally, when people have access to health care, they are easily diagnosed when they feel unwell." Still in health, a consultant surgeon at the Aminu Kano Teaching Hospital, DTH Channel, Dr. Ghazali Ibrahim Umar, has called on the newly elected leaders in the country to assist in the training and provision of liver surgeons in Nigeria, lamenting that at the moment the country does not have any. The appeal was made by the chairman local organizing committee for the second liver surgery symposium, Dr. Ghazali Ibrahim Umar. Reports say that the event is scheduled to hold Tuesday, June 13, 2023, at the conference hall of Aminu Kano Teaching Hospital, Kano State. In a statement issued by the Huwa Abdullahi AKTH Deputy Director Information, Dr. Umar recalled that in 2021, the Department of Surgery, AKTH, organized a similar symposium on liver surgery, and top on the communique list was a call to have more liver surgeons in Nigeria, because patients with liver problems who required surgical intervention continue to suffer when many of them are unable to afford a trip abroad for treatment. He therefore called on all Nigerians to assist in promoting and sustaining the crusade until the mission is accomplished. In sports, Novak Djokovic has created history after capturing a record-breaking 23rd Grand Slam title with a third French Open triumph, reinforcing his case to be crowned the greatest player of all time. The 36-year-old Serb brushed off an early wobble to defeat Casper Ruud of Norway 7-6, 6-3, 7-5 and snapped the tie of 22 slams he shared with career-long rival Rafael Nadal. Victory for the third time in Paris after 2016-2020 adds to his 10 Australian Open titles, 7 at Wimbledon and 3 at the US Open. Reports say Djokovic is the first man to win all 4 majors at least 3 times and is once again halfway to the first calendar Grand Slam since Rod Laver in 1969. On our entertainment news, a Nigerian digital artist Oyinlola has announced that she will be attempting to break the Guinness World Record for the longest painting marathon. She made this known via a Twitter post while sharing a picture confirming the acceptance of her application from the Guinness World Records via email. Responding to the mail, she tweeted that she is thrilled to announce that Guinness World Records has given her the green light for the longest painting marathon, noting that on October 28th through 30th, 2023, she will embark on an incredible journey of creativity and endurance. And that's all we have for you at this time. Do ensure to follow us on social media and subscribe to our YouTube channel, all of which you can find on our website, spectrumtv.ng. You've been watching Spectrum TV News at 2. I am Francis Edit. Many thanks for being there and happy Democracy Day.